Maybe tell him I did what I needed to do to protect our son.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie, FuturisticMike, and I'm back with another Power Book 2 Ghost video. Now, this is going to be the review and recap for Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2, Episode 4. If you're a fan of Power, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe and turn on those post notifications so when I post videos on Power Book 2 Ghost, you get them. Now, this was a crazy episode, man. Things are definitely heating up. I mean, it's getting crazy. We find out some shit that we never would have guessed before about Zeke. You know, Zeke is Mecca and Monet's son. So Zeke is Diana, Kane, and Drew's half-brother, which is crazy because I never thought of that. I never even expected it, but it happened. I'm gonna just get right into the recap, though. Episode first starts, we see Carrie's waiting in a dark area. She's waiting for Zeke, and I don't know why she's sitting here waiting by herself in this dark-ass spot. Carrie is kind of stupid for doing that. But suddenly, out of nowhere, her back passenger window was busted out, and Monet hopped in, pointing a gun at her, and she threatened her to back away from Zeke and to help him get out of trouble, to help there not be any focus on him for the murder and stuff. And Monet wants Carrie to figure out who killed the professor ASAP. Now we see Tariq visit Davis and Sachs, and he asks them if they can get the police to back off Zeke. You know, he tells them that he needs Zeke out of trouble in order for him to stay in school. He gives them some intel that the cops found an NYPD officer's gun at the murder scene. He tells them that's the murder weapon that was used on Jabari Reynolds. He basically wants Davis to go with like a police cover-up story to get Zeke out of trouble, and Sachs wants to know how Tariq has information like this, and Davis is like, come on, man, just think about that money. And we find out that Monet is willing to pay anything to keep her nephew out of jail. Now we see Whitman was summoned to go talk to the dean. You know, he goes to meet up with everybody. You know, Carrie was called in and Rashad Tate was in there, as well as Simon Stern. And we haven't seen Simon in a minute, so it was nice seeing him. And he was running shit in this room. You know, they wanted to know why the detective was suspecting and harassing Zeke Cross. And Carrie claimed that, you know, he had no evidence. And Whitman claimed that he had a motive and stuff. And they asked Carrie what that motive might be, and she says she doesn't know. We all know Whitman's reason for thinking Zeke had something to do with it is because he knows Carrie was sleeping with Zeke and she was sleeping with Jabari. Whitman knows all this. Now, Carrie said the possible motive was the fact that Jabari was writing about a drug ring at the school, and the dean said he will order a drug sweep on the campus. So now, you know, the rooms are going to be searched and stuff. And Stern said if anything is not found, that he would need Detective Whitman to go away. And Whitman told Stern that he doesn't take orders from him, and Stern let him know that, you know, everybody takes orders from him. He's not playing around. After the meeting, we see Tate talk to Carrie about what he knows on the case. He says that he listened in and stuff, and he heard what was going on between Carrie and Zeke. And she turned it around for him to use the situation to his advantage for his political career if he helped Zeke get off for the murder. Now we see Davis meet with Monet at her bar, and he says that it would cost $1 million to defend Zeke. And, you know, she was shocked to hear that news, that it was going to cost that much, but she knew that she needed the help right away. She went to the safe to get the money, and all the money was missing. You know, she had 3 days to pay the attorney or else. Monet thinks that the contractors took it. That's her first thought. And, you know, she had this dude pinned to the ground, his face to the ground and stuff, and his ear was cut off with her red bottom boot stepping onto his face. She wasn't playing, you know, she was threatening him. She had the gun at him, and he's not talking, he's not saying nothing. Since he didn't have any answers, she shot him. And then she called a family meeting. You know, she talks about the money missing and stuff. She told them that they all have to come up with $1 million to protect Zeke. Now, Sachs is using Jenny to try to get more intel on the Jabari Reynolds case. He's doing what he has to do, and Davis kind of convinced him of that. Now we see Kane meet with Mecca, and Kane told him about the situation with his cousin. He said he has to help family no matter what. And Mecca asked Kane if he can do something for him. He has to rob one of the competitors. He wants his territory back and stuff. And he tells him anything over 50K he can keep for Zeke's defense. And we see Kane goes to get Braden for help. You know, he was there looking for Tariq, but Braden says that he'll help. And Brayden was quick as hell to grab them keys and give Kane a ride for the day. You know, he's gonna be Kane's driver. Now we see Kane go in to rob this dude. Now while Kane's inside, we see some dude walking up to the car, and he was probably gonna rob Brayden or whatever. And then Kane comes out and he shoots dude by the car. And then he hops in the car. And they just barely got out of there. And you know, Brayden was super pumped with adrenaline and stuff from the escape. He's screaming, acting like he had a good ass time. Now we see the cops sweep the college, and they pulled Lauren in for questioning because she had the drugs in her drawer in her dorm. If you guys remember, Bushandria put them drugs in her drawer just in case she needed them. And Kamal comes in pressing Lauren for answers. And yeah, by the way, Kamal is going to be working with Whitman now. They kind of got into it at first, but they're going to be working together. Now Carrie comes in and she intervenes, and she asks Kamal if she gets Lauren to cooperate if her charges can be dropped. We know Carrie used to be on the legal side of things, so she knows what she's doing. And Carrie really convinced Lauren to wear a wire so she can catch the drug dealers and stuff. Now Monet goes to visit Lorenzo. You know, they're always having their conjugal visits. And she asks him about getting the money together for Zeke. And Lorenzo says no. You know, he kept on saying no, and he said his answer's not going to change. And he said she can grab the money that's at the bar. And of course she already thought of that, but she can't do that. Now Drew went to go do some shit with Everett. And of course I did not want to see this, man. Who wants to see it? But Everett tells Drew that he might have mentioned his name when he was talking to the professors about the incident in the pool and stuff. And Drew got super upset and he stormed out. You know, he said that Everett should have never did that, which is true, man. Everett should have never opened his mouth. Now we see Diana meet with Effie in a store, and they're talking about boosting expensive clothing to scrap up the cash for Zeke. And you know, Effie is just giving some advice to Diana about Tariq. Effie's pretty much telling Diana not to mess with Tariq at all, and she said she knows better. She's speaking from experience, but we know Diana is gonna go for it. She's definitely gonna try to mess with Tariq anyways. Now we see some reporter questioning Zeke, and Drew's walking up, and he's mad, man. He's telling the reporter to get up out of there. You know, the reporter brought up Lorenzo, and Drew got pissed off, and he came up and knocked the man out. The whole family meeting up, and Monet is pretty upset that the whole family was only able to gather up $250,000. It wasn't even close. And Davis came to the house to inform them that they had to do an exclusive interview with Zeke in exchange to drop the charges with the reporter, because the reporter wants to press charges. Now we see that Kane needs Brayden's help with something else. So Brayden was a decoy, you know, to a jewelry store, and Kane came in masked up and he robbed the place, and Brayden has a gun on the dude. And I guess the gun jammed because Brayden really tried to pop dude, but he hit him upside the head with the back of his Glock, and dude passed out. But they robbed that jewelry store, and that was that. Now we see that a video was found that supports Zeke's alibi. It pretty much exonerated him. But Whitman came up with another theory and says that Zeke hired Ramirez to do his dirty work, and then Ramirez skipped town. Now we see Davis got a copy of the questions that Zeke would be asked, and Tariq came in and prepped him on the answers. You know, they're talking about what to expect and everything. It's Monet, Davis, Zeke, and Tariq there. Now we see Zeke talking live on TV, and he had an alibi, and they aired the footage of his whereabouts the night Jabari was killed. Then out of nowhere, this chick comes up with a surprise question. Talks about a cop's gun at the scene, and Zeke says, was it a cover-up? And then she starts talking about all these accusations, saying that Zeke hired a cop to kill the professor. And this was on live TV, man. Zeke was pissed, and he stormed out of the interview. He's just saying this is bullshit. He kept on saying that. He said, I thought we were here to talk about basketball. You know, she really played him. Now we see Monet confront Kane about planting Ramirez'S gun. And this is when Kane tells Monet the truth. He tells Monet everything, that he shot Ramirez and Tariq took the kill shot. So now Monet knows, and she wants Kane to handle this and go get the body. And then we see Tariq's grandmother, Estelle, come and confront him about taking her to court. Tariq's trying to get custody of his sister, Yasmin, because the grandmother's been drinking a lot and stuff, and he has evidence of her in a store being mean to Yasmin. So that's crazy. Now we see Davis send a message to Monet, and he says that was fast, and he's talking about the payment. And she had no idea who paid it. She had no clue what was going on. Now, Monet met with Mecca, and we find out that he's the one that paid the $1 million on Zeke, to protect his son. Come to find out, Zeke is Monet and Mecca's son, and that's crazy. And then we see Mecca talking his shit, saying that, he's the man that she wants him to be now, and he said he's gonna take care of her and his son and stuff. He's just saying he's gonna be there for her, and then they kiss. Now we see Kane wants Brayden's help again, and they go to the swamp where Ramirez is buried. And then out of nowhere, the police find Ramirez's body, and then the theory about Zeke hiring Ramirez to kill Jabari is out of the question. Now Brayden and Kane go back to the dorm, and Brayden was sick from what they had done. He starts throwing up, and then he comes out, he's talking to Kane, and then he starts throwing up some more. The door is closed, and while Brayden was in the bathroom, Kane used this opportunity to plant Ramirez's badge in Tariq's drawer. I'm pretty sure that was Tariq's drawer. Maybe it was Brayden's, I don't know. But somebody's gonna go down for Ramirez unless Tariq or Brayden find that, before the cops do. But that's the end of the episode, man. There was some crazy stuff in this one. We get a shocking reveal that Mecca and Monet have a son. I mean, this shit is just crazy. It's some shit you would never expect, and I hope we get some more reveals like that this season. I love when there's some shockers, some twists and turns. It just makes the show a hell of a lot better, and I seriously can't wait for the next episode. We know that episode 5 is always crazy in the Power universe. It always has been. For every season in book 1, even episode 5 in Power Book 2, season 1, that was crazy. Episode 5 in Power Book 3, Raising Canaan, that was crazy. And I know this next episode is going to be crazy for season 2. But I cannot wait, man. Let me know you guys' theories and thoughts down below. What are your thoughts about the episode? I thought this episode was good, man. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. But let me know all your thoughts. Comment down below. And keep supporting your boy. And I'll be continuing to bring y'all Power Book 2 Ghost content in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And smash the notification bell so you can never miss a video. If you guys want to donate to the channel, I got links below to the PayPal and Cash App accounts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me get out of here, y'all. It's your boy, FuturisticMike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.